You apply for a remote job. No interview stress, no commute, no boss looking over your shoulder. The posting looks professional. The pay is reasonable, not even suspiciously high. You get hired within a day. That speed should scare you, not excite you. Today, I'm breaking down 6 work-from-home job offers that are designed to look exactly like real employment, and exactly how each one is actually built to take money or personal information from you instead of paying you any. Before we start, here's the one rule that applies to almost everything on this list. A real employer pays you to work for them. The moment any part of the process asks you to pay something first, whether called a fee, a deposit, or a software cost, you're no longer the employee. You become the customer, and the job listing was the product. Let's talk about why these scams work so well in the first place. Remote work exploded after 2020, and millions of Americans got genuinely comfortable with the idea of being hired without ever meeting anyone in person. That comfort is exactly what scammers needed. 5 years ago, a job offer with no video call and no in-person meeting would have raised flags immediately. Today, it barely registers as unusual. The scammers didn't have to get more sophisticated. The entire job market got more remote, and they simply rode that wave in. Number 1, the reshipping or package forwarding job. You're hired to receive packages at your home address and forward them somewhere else, getting paid per package handled. On paper, this sounds like simple logistics work, the kind of thing a logistics company might genuinely outsource. In reality, those packages are frequently purchased using stolen credit card numbers, and you've just become the physical link between the thief and the stolen goods. When the fraud eventually gets traced, and it does get traced, it traces back to your home address, not to whoever actually hired you. This isn't just a low-paying job that wastes your time. It's a setup that can make you legally responsible for someone else's crime, often without you realizing what happened until law enforcement is already involved. Number 2, the check-cashing personal assistant role. You're hired remotely for vague administrative work, and early on you're sent a check to deposit into your own bank account. You're told to use part of those funds for office supplies, software, or to forward a portion to a vendor on the company's behalf. The check is fake. It just takes your bank several business days to discover that, because checks clear provisionally before they're fully verified. By the time the bank flags it as fraudulent, you've already wired real money out of your own account to cover a check that never had real funds behind it. Your bank holds you responsible for that loss, not the company that sent you the check, because legally, you're the one who authorized the transfer. Number 3, the data entry job requiring a paid certification. You apply, get accepted almost instantly, sometimes within hours, and then you're told you need a $40 or $50 certification course before you're allowed to start. Here's the part most people miss. The data entry job itself may not actually exist anywhere. The certification course is the real product being sold, packaged to look like a mandatory employment step. Once you've paid, the employer either stops responding completely or strings you along with additional required steps that each come with their own small fee, bleeding you slowly instead of all at once. Number 4, mystery shopper programs that front-load a deposit. You're recruited to evaluate stores or services in your area and get reimbursed for your spending, plus a fee for your time. The catch is that you're sent a check up front to cover your shopping expenses, and you're instructed to wire back the unused portion immediately, often within 24 hours. This runs on the exact same mechanism as the fake check assistant role. The check bounces after you've already sent real money out of your own pocket, and by the time your bank catches the fraud, the company is long gone. Number 5, virtual assistant roles found through unsolicited messages. You get contacted out of nowhere, often through a text message or a direct message on social media, for a virtual assistant position with vague responsibilities and a surprisingly generous hourly rate for how little is asked of you up front. At some point in the process, you're asked to purchase your own equipment through a specific link they provide, or to pay for access to a company portal where your tasks supposedly live. Legitimate companies either provide equipment directly or reimburse you for it after the fact. They never make you pay just to gain access to the job you were already hired for. Number 6, product testing and review jobs that require buying the product first. You're told you'll be reimbursed for purchasing and reviewing products, plus an additional fee per completed review. The reimbursement either never arrives at all, or only the first 1 or 2 payments are real, deliberately designed to build trust and make the opportunity feel legitimate before the company stops responding entirely, right around the time you've spent real money on real products with no way to get it back. Here's what all 6 of these have in common, and this is the part to actually remember after this video ends. Every single one of them turns you into the funding source. Whether that's through a bounce check you're liable for, a certification fee that buys you nothing, a required purchase that's never reimbursed, or your own bank account being used to move someone else's stolen money. The job posting was never really about hiring you to do work. It was about finding someone willing to move money or absorb risk on the company's behalf, packaged convincingly enough that you wouldn't ask too many questions until it was too late. So before you accept any remote job offer, especially one that came together unusually fast, do 3 things every single time. Search the exact company name alongside the word scam or the word complaints, and actually read what comes up. Never deposit a check from an employer and then send any portion of it back to them or to a third party, under any circumstance, no matter how official the request sounds. And never pay for training, certification, or equipment access before you've received a single real paycheck, because real employers absorb that cost, not you. If this video helped you spot a red flag you'd missed, or if you've actually run into one of these 6 firsthand, let me know in the comments which one it was. And subscribe, because next week's video breaks down the crypto side hustles specifically designed to drain your account in 2026, and some of the patterns will look uncomfortably familiar after watching this one.